Ooh. Controversial race. Will it show if it's going when it's going to rain? No, it won't. Typical.
No prediction. Let me think. Alright, so who do we have in the lobby? It's gonna be a lot of people we didn't see yet. That's one thing to keep in mind. George Matt, who was absolutely amazing last week in Brazil, he was just... They made a clip about it. It is in my show reel if you guys want to see that.
Okay, so remember that the way the car handles is all about weight transfer. When you brake, the centre of mass moves forward. When you accelerate, it moves rearward. And when you turn in, it's pushed to the outside of the car.
The Ferrari,
All load on each tyre equals more grip. So make sure you're smooth with the controls to prevent the weight transfer from becoming too violent.
He is not in the lobby today, so that's not going to happen to him. But I think George Matt is going to be causing a surprise today. And I think he's going to be P1. Naismith in P2. And then we've got Dusky in P3. Chartman in P4. Appentrots in P5. His biggest loser of the evening is going to be Appentrots. He's going to be first in the qualifying. And then he's going to drop back all the way to P5. Biggest winner of the evening is going to be George Matt. Yes.
Okay guys, everyone be aware the car's ready to go.
Not many people in the lobby, only 12. It would be interesting to see many people crash. I don't think that's very logical. If you take the chances, what are the chances, right? So one safety car. One safety car. I don't have anything to add in my opinion. I don't think so. Nope, seems to be all good. So let's get straight into the race as we're gonna get the system set up. As it is already set up. That sounds pretty amazing. That's the first time it goes this easy. I always have troubles with setting up my Twitch and my everything, and it takes some time, you know. Want all of this enabled. We don't want this because telemetry. We're not anything with that, of course. Previous track, we need the most recent track. That is going to be Circuit of the Americas. I see a lot of guys out on outlap already, and I think they want to make sure that they're going to have best heat on the track. But I do really want to go as fast as possible out of the pits. I mean, I think whenever this track is getting too hot, you cannot really get your tires to work. You guys make sure to leave your predictions in the chat down below, as we want to make sure that, well, you can make your predictions work too, of course. As I said already, well, as I always say, if you can get the top 3 correct, if you can get the biggest winner and the biggest loser of the evening, and the total of 6 cars correct, you get a free subscription to my channel, so make sure you do. It is going to be exciting here in Sector 2 for the Mercedes driver going down. Turn 10, I think it is. Turn 11, actually, there's a lot of corners in this. It is not nice, actually, if you think about it. So, I mean, there's a lot of competition opportunities, especially here in CotA. It's a very nice track in my opinion. Into Sector 3 right now, it's Swanee. He has the fastest second sector, so he's most definitely faster than the Williams up front. Although I think he's getting beaten already by possibly Tutsky or Divine. I haven't seen a couple of guys from the lobby since a couple of weeks ago. Booms is a new one, Lucky is a new one, or Luki, I'm sure. DRL Mike is a new one, Lee Craig is a new one. Kiwi is a new one. They're all new drivers, and Swanee is going to be the first one to set a lap 134.6. Dutsky Beard manages to get in front by 3/10. Then we've got Kiwi with 135.3. So he still has a lot to improve here, as Divine is going to be in P4 with 138.1. He's not doing absolutely an amazing job here in the qualifying, but I do suggest him to go on another sets of tires, because right now he's still on worn out softs, and it is a very long track, so if you do 2 rounds of softs, it's going to be draining for your tires, of course. We've got here DRL Mike, and I do expect this guy to be fast. I once had no league called Divergent Racing League, so this DRL thing makes me want to throw back to my own league, so these guys were all pretty fast. I do expect these guys to be fast too, as we got DRL Naismith here in P10. He still hasn't set a lap yet. It's going to come across the line with 134.4. Himself in P2. He's only 1/10 separated from Tutsky Beard.
Got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
I mean, Lee Craig in P3. I do think I know these guys for some reason. Like Lee Craig, I've seen him already. I don't know where. Yeah, pretty interesting. And Alpha 69, he's usually one of the faster guys of the league here. I wonder if he's going to be able to put himself in P1 or in P2. Maybe even the top 3. That would be great for the Haas driver. I didn't expect him to be in P1, as I think he doesn't have any ABS on. I wonder if he's racing with a controller or with a racing wheel. I do think with a racing wheel. Yeah, of course we don't know that. We cannot see in the cockpit of the Dutch driver. Who's wheels been there trying to warm up his tires? I don't know if it was on purpose or if it wasn't. Very great. As you can see here, from a long right-hander, you can easily lose a lot of tire grip there. Whenever that's the case, I mean, you're going to easily spin out, and that's going to be great. And I mean, whenever you spin, ooh, that was dangerous by the Haas driver. As our Rich Hartman is on the lap right now in Sector 3. He just comes across the long right-hander here. We're going to have a look if he's going to step out of there and ruin the rest of the race. There's going to be yellow flags, and I don't know who's causing that in sector 3, but it doesn't affect Charlton by any. It's coming across the line in 136.2. There's still a lot of time to grab for the Red Bull driver. He's going for another lap, I think, although he doesn't have any DRS left, so I don't think he's going for another one. Got DRL line here on the night lap. He hasn't validated his lap, so he's going to try and warm up his tires, just trying to get it ready for the next fast lap. Of course, he hasn't done a single lap yet. He hasn't set a time yet either. Still has a couple of minutes in the lobby, so I think he can go, like, let me do a calculation. I think he can go out one time. Well, in this case, and then he can come in and go for another one, and then reset some salts. Watch out here after the long right-hander. He seems to try to adjust his car to be able to get a better exit. Got here the long straight. Well, it's not really a long straight. Coming up this turn one, fast left-hander. Although, I mean, it's not a fast left-hander. You're going pretty slow through this very sharp one. It does seem like there is a lot of speed throughout that corner, not taking the outside line there. There's just a little bit of curve to get the rotation of his car correct. Seems to be going pretty fast, but I think he's a controller racer. It's how he's going through the corners. He's looking very stiff. That's what we got with the controller. Ooh, he invalidates, unfortunately. So what I would suggest him to do, just save his DRS. We'll be able to put down another lap, and then after that one come into pits and go for the lap. He's got a couple of guys right behind him, and I think it is going to be Dutski Beard, who is currently MP1 with a 134.3. He's weaving a little bit to try and break the dough from Appentrotz, who is in the night lap right now. Where is the other Ferrari? He's also on the night lap, so it doesn't seem like anyone is on a fast lap right now. So we might want to have a quick look with Dutski Beard, as he's going to be the first one to put a new lap in here in Q. Well, it is only going to be one qualifying, so I'm going to call it Q1. Yeah. So his job just joined. Going to be able to select a car and put one more lap into this qualifying, maybe even two. Let's have a quick look at Dutski here. Across the line. He's going to start his lap. 134.3 is the time to beat for the Dutch driver, McLaren driver. He's going to carry a lot of speed throughout the first corner to be able to improve a little bit there. He also has to get a couple of points for the McLaren team, be able to compete with the top three. We're going to have a quick look where they are in the standings real quick. McLaren seems to be in P4, very close to Haas. So I mean, if Appentrotz is going to have a disappointing race here in CotA, might be able to see McLaren entering the top 3 after this race. Maybe even the top 2. It all depends on where Devine and Dutski are going to end. It's going to be both in P1 and P2. They're going to be able to get in front of Williams, although no, they don't, because Williams has got 200 and I think it is 38 points, but that might be a little bit of a mistake because I haven't seen any Williams driver race here in this race, and they already have 11 races, so that might be a little bit of a mistake from the admins, although I could be mistaken too, as I'm not always correct, of course. Dutski with the fastest second sector at the moment, and it seems like he's doing a pretty amazing job here in the qualifying of CotA. This might be his race. He goes a little bit too wide there. Might be an invalidation, although he might have lost a couple of tenths there. Is he coming into the pits? It does seem like it. He doesn't think he's going to be able to improve here in the qualifying. He was up for a good lap as he set the fastest second sector, but I think he invalidated a little bit. Appentrotz is going to be the first one to come across the line, although he invalidated too, so he's going to come in to try and set one more good lap with some new fresh tires, and it seems like 3 drivers already haven't put a lap in. This DRL Mike, Appentrotz, and of course Noise Job hasn't been in the lobby for too long. League Rack in P3. I mean, the Red Bull driver is putting a great lap in 133.8, so game on for Dutski Beard here as he's getting dropped to P2. still has 5 tenths to improve to be able to compete with the Red Bull driver. This might indicate that League is going to be way faster in the race than anyone else. Because, I mean, driver right behind Tusky is Naismith. He's well known in the league. I think, at least, if that's the guy I'm commentating on for already a couple of weeks. It's a little bit glitched. Apologies, guys, for me being a little quiet. I'm trying to sort of. You guys are not able to see the. That's what I thought already. Chartman, Williams' team was full of of drivers of reserves, of course. So makes sense. But I mean, that many points, I didn't really see a Williams win recently. So would have been pretty interesting to see the Williams all the way to the top. I'm not too sure if George is doesn't seem different, the only driver. But I mean, the Williams team is doing an amazing job trying to get these reserves to race for them. So they're up for a battle with Alfa Romeo already, and it doesn't seem like there's any Alfa Romeo in the lobby today. Divine is in P9. And he's up for a lap, a 136.3. He's improving by 1/10 already after Sector 1, so this might be a lap to look out for. We don't know where he lost a little bit of time. Because his time is, I mean, it is 3 seconds, 2 seconds slower than the top 3. Whenever that's the case, you might think there's going to be one sector which was absolutely a horrible sector. I think it might be either 2 or 3, because he was only improving 1/10 after Sector 1. We'll have a quick look after Sector 2 here. Maybe he didn't take this corner as he should take it. How many tenths did he improve here? 9 tenths, so yeah, definitely he lost a little bit of time in Sector 2. I don't know if that was caused by anyone in front of him. You might not think that Sector 2 is an easy sector to gain a lot of time in. So it might be a outside, how do I say this? Outside factor that came into play there. So right now, Divine coming across the last corner. Is he going to be able to put a good time on the board here for the McLaren team? 135.1, 1.1 seconds improvement, so that's going to be a P6. He's pretty close to his teammate here, so that might deliver a little bit of sparks during the actual race. He's got to watch out with the Ferrari right behind him, but I think it is Luki who just came out of the pits. He doesn't have to worry about him. Chartman is on a lap right now, but although I think he's in another lap, this is once again going to be a glitch from the game, as we know the game glitch a little bit sometimes. It got better. You know, the lobbies are not glitching anymore or anything of that. Because usually we had some restarts every now and then, but from the 60 or 70 races I've commentated on, I haven't seen a single restart yet. Only one, I think, in the IRC league. I'm not for sure. Got Chartman taking an interesting line going into turn 1. Gotta watch out for the drivers behind him. You can just keep on driving like he is right now, as the Alpine driver is not going to be close enough. He takes these S's beautifully here. I do think he's up for a good lap, although he's going to watch out with me commentating on him. Time commentator scores itself. He's up by 4/10, so he's going to have a great lap here already with a 136.2. He's got to be able to compete with the other guys. He's got to improve by 2 seconds to be able to compete with Swanee before Swanee, who just left the session. I'm not too sure if that's going to be the case today, but we will see that in the future, of course. Hartman coming across third well, as he takes a lot of curve down the inside. That's beautifully done by the Red Bull driver, and it doesn't seem like he's getting affected from anyone behind him, because they seem to be far ahead. I think Chartman is just taking so much distance here in the qualifying that I think this cannot be anything else than a good lap. And coming across the left, oh my days, guys! Coming across the long right-hander, as it is going to be the last lap turn for him, as the qualifying is almost going to be over. Beautifully done by the Red Bull driver, and I think this is going to be a great lap. 134.8. This is going to put himself in P7. Not what I thought it would be, as he can go for one more lap, although I don't think he has any ERS left. So maybe he can just hold up for his teammate right behind him, because Lee Greg is in P1, and he is on a fast lap. So I think maybe on the long straight he can hold up a bit, just give a little tow to his teammate. Don't know if the teammate is going to be there for the whole season, but it would be nice to be able to give a little tow to your teammate to be able to get closer to a victory here in the qualifying. Alcantraz just came across the line. I mean, a couple of seconds ago, I mean, a couple of minutes ago. He has put a 133.9, so he's going to be happy with a P2, and I'm pretty sure he is. Although Alcantraz is well known as a driver who's a little bit disappointed of himself after not being able to get into the top 3. The Dutch guy, and I think it is a little bit of a Dutch characteristic where you're not really, I'm not going to say happy with yourself, but you're not easily pleased with yourself. And yeah, that's the thing. I think Belgians do have it too. Me myself, I got it's a race win or it's a race loss, you know. Whenever I'm P1, it's a race win. Whenever I'm lower than a P1, it is a race loss. And we bring it on to next week, but we gotta be more aggressive, more practice, more everything. So I think that's a little bit of the same. Actually, Belgians and Dutch people have a lot of in common, although both drivers. George, man, in P1. I didn't expect this to happen, but Lee Greg here in P1, 133.6, and I think Chartman gave a little tow to Lee Greg, and this is causing the Red Bull driver to be in P1. So I mean, the top 3 is going to be close to what I've expected for the race. I thought, who did I think? George Matt was going to be in P1. He's in P2 right now. Alcantraz was going to be P5. Who's going to be P2 and 3? I think P2 went to Naismith, P3 went to Tusky. So Tusky still has a lot to improve to make my prediction come through. But let's talk a little bit more about the strategy real quick. It will be an interesting strategy. High tire degradation. Well, high. It is very high actually. I thought I was talking about overheating, but tire degradation is just. It is a very long track, so you got to take that in mind. But also the tire overheating probability is very high, so I don't suggest to start on the softs. As you can see here in the qualifying, if it's happening in the qualifying, don't start on softs. And you see a lot of guys crashing, or not really crashing, but losing their grip on the soft tires. And it is only 1 lap soft, so imagine if you're 5 laps on these soft, you're gonna be spinning and having overheated tires. So I don't suggest to start on softs. Maybe mediums are going to be difficult too, but it is going to be very easy to warm up your hards here at the formation lap, because it doesn't take too long to be able to heat up your tires, and it is going to be raining, so this strategy can be thrown away, as the guys will be able to start on intermediates. We won't be able to cover a strategy prediction, because I mean, we will be able to, but we're not able to see that on track, of course. I mean, how do I say this? On the stream. I will be able to say it, not to show it. It might be, if Chartman can give me a little bit of a heads up with the weather, how things are looking like, I can talk a little bit more about the strategy prediction. But apart from that, I cannot really talk about any strategy predictions. So I'm going to be taking a sip from my water, as it is the not sponsored water. But what? I'm usually drinking Perrier, guys, but Perrier was sold out. I had to be happy with Vaudois. Weather glitch. Alright, it is a weather glitch apparently. I was talking about the weather. No, I was talking about glitches where there wasn't going to be any glitches in the race. Apparently there is right now a weather glitch. I haven't seen any weather glitches happen to me yet, but it seems like there is one right now. We'll be looking forward to see what is going to happen further down the road.
pace of this light rain is going to be with us for a while now. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
Drivers still seem to be on an outlap right now, and we don't know what well, we do know what tires they're on. It's all going to be intermediate, so nothing much to talk about. So we will be waiting until everyone is set on the track.
Light rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay.
Everyone setting themselves on the grid right now, and I wonder what everyone is going to be able to do here in the CotA rainy weather. United States weather, it's always an interesting thing, as it's sometimes raining, sometimes, you know what the thing is with the United States? I went to, was it? Oh right, it was in Atlantic City. No, it wasn't. Myrtle Beach. It was raining and it was sun at the same time. It was storming, I don't know, but it is 5 red lights here on the CotA circuit, season 6, round 7, and it is lights out, and away we go here. And who has a good start? It seems like Appelglas has an amazing start here, getting past Swanee, George, and all those guys. George taking the outside line as he tries to get around the Haas driver, but Haas driver already took his position. So we of course don't know what the setups are looking like. But it seems like Appelglas has a pretty amazing start here. George in P2, and we've got Swanee in P3. I mean, he made up a couple of positions. Lukey in P4, Mike in P5. So the Ferrari drivers are doing an absolutely amazing job, having a battle with each other right now. Wheel to wheel, leaving enough space for each other, although Lucky closed down the gap a little bit, so Mike had to pull out of the move. Going into P6, it is going to be Dusky right behind the Ferrari driver, and I wonder if he's going to be able to make a move already here into turn 11. He takes the outside line as he's getting overtaken by Lee Gregg. Lee Gregg didn't have an amazing start. He started from P1, right now he's all the way at P8, so I think he had a bad start here. Lee Gregg getting past Noise, getting past Dusky. Is this a three-way battle here? It does seem like, as Gregg is going to be the first one to come across the corner, and then it's going to be a battle between Dusky and Noise Job, my apologies. Noise Job taking the outside line as he got pushed wide a little bit there. We've got Noise Job trying to make his way around Dusky, but is also getting chased from behind by Chartman. Chartman who's trying to get past Noise Job. It is very difficult here in the rain weather on CotA. Goes in P10 right now. Not too sure if he gained a lot of positions, but I don't think so. He lost, he won one actually up fastest lap. He already has a gap of 1.7 seconds between George Matt, so he's a real expert here in the rainy weather. 8 positions lost for Naismith, unfortunately, and then we've got the fine McLaren driver in P4. So let's get straight to the front here, as we're seeing Mike still having a battle with Swanee and Lucky right behind him. Noise Job already looking very close to Dusky here. Going into the S's, it is going to be very hard to be able to make an overtake in the S's, although Dusky is going to have a good run here coming out of the corner, going around the outside of Lee Gregg, and I'm not too sure if this is going to be an overtake opportunity. It does seem like it, as Lee Gregg seems to have some troubles to keep his car on track right now, getting pushed wide a little bit by the Alpine driver, but Neusjob seems to have caught the position, and not sure what Ligrek is doing, but he's just losing a little bit of grip there. Taking the outside line here around the Mercedes driver. Smith has to watch out for Ligrek, but it seems like it's all going pretty amazing here. Let's go straight back to DRL Mike as he finds himself right behind Swanee, but he's not able to catch up with the Mercedes driver yet, although I'm pretty sure that's going to be the case whenever the rain is going away and the DRS is getting enabled, but that's still going to be a long time before that's going to happen. Swanee getting right behind George Matt, already 3 seconds behind Appendros, and I think, you know what the thing is, I think Appendros has a wet weather setup, and these guys are all trying to run dry weather setup, so whenever there is going to be no safety car, Appendros is going to have the benefit of the doubt, but if there is going to be a late safety car and the rain is going to be away, these guys are all going to have the benefit of the doubt whenever they are on dry setups. So 147.8 for Appendros here around CotA. That's absolutely amazing lap, in my opinion, if it's going to be raining. Yellow flag in sector 2 seems to be defined. There seems to be Ligrek. This is going to be a virtual safety car. Ligrek coming into the pits might have had a little bit of an incident with Define. I think Ligrek has a broken front wing, and that's why he had a little bit of trouble keeping his car on track there. His whole front wing was away, so they got to replace it real quick. Virtual safety car is still up. We're going to get racing pretty soon. Appendros in P1 with a 4 seconds distance on George Matt here. And guys, have to watch out for the safety car, virtual safety car delta, because whenever you exceed that delta, you're going to get a drive-through penalty as a driver. You especially don't want that to happen here in a CotA race. Whenever you're racing it, even if it's a 100% race, I mean, in a 50% race, it's going to be more harsh than a 100% race, because you're going to be able to get back to the front pack more easily whenever you've got a drive-through penalty in the 100% race. The guys are trying to get their best racing out on the field right now. Although the virtual safety car is still on track, and I'm not too sure why. Probably because Sector 1 is not getting cleaned yet, and it is going to be a green flag here. So DRL Mike is up for a move already on Swanee here. Got a quick POV look about DRL Mike trying to get around his competitor here. He had a little bit of wheel spin there, talking about Swanee then, as the Ferrari driver is trying to make his way around Swanee. It is looking very hard, but I do expect him to make the move happen within the next couple of laps. Swanee seems to have a good setup down the main straight here. He has a good straight line speed setup. That's very coming in handy whenever you're coming out of turn 11, going into turn 12. You've got that second sector straight, and it's a very long one, and whenever you've got the speed there, it is always looking very great. Right now we've got Swanee into the SS getting followed by Mike, and his teammate, Mike's teammate, I mean Lucky, cannot keep up with the pace from these two, as George is trying to get his way through the field. I mean, not through the field, but ground to track a little bit faster than these guys, as he's already made up a distance of 1.5 seconds. Swanee now has a good exit coming out of the corner, and it seems like he improves a little bit of time on George Matt there, but Mike seems to have a good exit coming out of the corner too. 3 tenths distance here, going down the main straight. It is going to be a very long one, in my opinion, one of the longest ones on the calendar. Although we've got Australia, we've got Spain, we've got Azerbaijan. Which one do we have too? We've got Brazil. A lot of long straight, and I think one of the shortest straights is going to be Singapore, maybe Monaco. Monaco is probably going to be the shortest straights. It seems to be pretty close to Noise too, but I mean, I can't imagine with the rain weather it's going to be even more hard to make a move around the outside and maybe down the inside. And Letsky now in P7, right behind the Alpine driver, and I think he just caught a little bit of a warning there. Up once again for the fastest lap, and it is going to be Noy's job in P6 right now with the fastest lap. So it seems like he has the pace to compete with Apentros, although he is far ahead from these guys, also from George Matt. I think George Matt is making a little bit of ground on Apentros right now, as he is improving by a couple of tenths each lap to make the distance of what, 3.5 as it was a 4.2 or 4.5 earlier. The crack with the fastest lap right now, 146.47.8, but that's mainly because he has the fresh tires, fresh intermediates here on this track. It seems like it's gonna be raining for a couple of minutes yet, although the skies look to be a little bit more clean than earlier. Don't really know whenever it's gonna be dry weather, of course.
10 minutes left.
Well, Mike's still trying to make his way around Swanee. I'm not too sure if there's anyone watching, but what do you expect from this race? Do you think there's going to be crashing anyone? Do you think there's going to be an unexpected winner? Do you think there's going to be a safety car who's going to ruin the whole race? We don't know. I'd like to get your views on the race. Seem like I'm getting direction. Doesn't really matter, guys.
Green flag.
Ooh, George Matt couldn't keep his car on straight there. He's dropping behind a couple of positions. Swanee right now is taking the outside line, as it is going to be a three-way battle here between Swanee, George Matt, and DRL Mike. George Matt already had the position on the Mercedes driver, and there's once again going to be a virtual safety car, so these guys definitely have to watch out for that drive-through penalty. They're on Mike, who already made up 10 positions. He's doing an amazing job here in the CotA race. It is going to be Season 6, Round 7. 10 positions gained in only 6 laps. I mean, they could have done it better, going all the way from P12 then to P2. He's getting around everyone pretty easily, in my opinion. He got around George Matt pretty easily. He got around Swanee pretty easily. He's keeping everyone behind him. Also looking getting 2 places. So the Ferrari team has some good opportunities here going into the season. But Boy's job went from P13 to P6. I don't think he was able to set a good lap in the qualifying.
Okay, VSC ending. We're going green.
Dropped in a little earlier, a little later than all the other guys. Gaining 7 positions. I mean, he's doing a pretty amazing job right now. He's pretty close to lucky. That might be an overtake pretty soon, as it is going to be a green flag here. Beautiful scenery with 6 cars battling for P2 right now. They're all within 1 second. It is going to be all the way from P2 till P7. It is game on here in the CotA Grand Prix. CotA Grand Prix, it is the United States Grand Prix. Austin Grand Prix, I don't know what it is actually. But it is looking like Noy's making a move down the inside of the Ferrari, but it seems like the Ferrari was defending the inside. This is all looking a little bit sketchy here. Guys are touching each other's back, or touching each other's ass, whatever you want to call it. Wish I had that scenery back. It was very good for the camera. We're right now trying to get his way around Swanee. It is once again going to be the SS yellow flag in Sector 3. That seems to be the fine. Fortunately, he's losing some grip. The long right-hander. That's a very common place to lose a lot of grip of the car and lose a little bit of control. But it is what it is, guys. Whenever you're not even able to keep control of your car, you shouldn't be racing. You should be racing, but not without practice. A couple of guys have done practice, I'm pretty sure. There's getting some practice lobbies getting organized every now and then. But I'm pretty sure a couple of guys also don't practice here for this race. Including probably the guys behind here. Not too sure. League Rag seemed to be pretty fast in qualifying, defining P15. Not too sure what's up with him. Don't really know him that well. I haven't been screaming for this league for a long time yet. They seem to be one of the slower guys. I think Kiwi is just, he's new to the league and he already had a little bit of unlucky things happening to him here in this race, so that's why I think he's all the way at the back. Then we've got Naismith. I mean, Naismith is pretty fast usually, but right now it doesn't seem like he can keep up with the pace. DRL Mike is the fastest lap right now, as he's trying to get a little bit closer to Appentrots, and I do think that he's going to be able to, though. He already made a distance of 2.5 seconds between George Matt and himself. Good job making a move down the inside of Lucky, although Lucky is going to be taking the position once again. This is going to be Noise Job trying to make a move, although it would be S's, it is going to be the guys. Only if someone has a bad exit down the corner, like we saw Lucky have there. It doesn't seem like Lucky is feeling very comfortable here, or Luki, I don't know what I should call him now. Lucky. These guys are not feeling very confident going into the corners, in my opinion. I mean, they're just lifting, they're just not taking the curb how they should be taking the curb. I think that's all a little bit of, how can I say this? They're a little bit of afraid to crash. I think that's quite a logical thought, although I mean, you have to take risks to be able to beat top 5, you know. Nice job right now. I mean, he's doing the right job. Appentrots. What happened to Appentrots? He's having a battle with the Ferrari driver right now. I think he had something happening to him. But he's gonna watch out with his overheated tires whenever something happened to him here. The long right-hander. See, he goes a little bit wider as Dero Mike now has taken the lead in this CotA Grand Prix. Martin is also looking very close to Tusky, so these guys from all the way from P3 till P10, they're looking really close to each other. I mean, some guys are trying to get, Appentrots once again loses his car. This was what I expected. I mean, base loser of the evening was going to Appentrots and not keep his car on track for some reason. Define has retired from the session as something happened to him. We've got our first safety car here. I wonder who's going to come into the pit stop. Don't know what weather it's going to be. I don't think the guys know what weather it's going to be either. We're going to have a little bit of a break here, so I'm going to play some music. We'll be having a break for a couple of minutes. We'll be right back with you.
About 5 minutes time. Inters look like the best tyre for now. anticipate an end to this rain in around 5 minutes. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. Enough yet to start thinking about slicks. Let's hold on to the inters for a little while longer.
Hello guys, and welcome back to, once again, it is my intro for you guys who didn't know it. Hello guys, and welcome back to the continuation of this race. The safety car is going to come in, so everyone is just going to be filling here. People are going to come across the line, maybe even a little bit more in front of it. It all depends on whenever the first guy is going to be starting. I do think he's going to wait till the very last minute, although he's already going though. If I was a driver, I would just stay very slow. Guys seem to be going already. Mike in P1, Lucky in P2, he's taking a lot of distance from his teammate. He's going to hold up. Alpentrots, of course, as Luki is going to be the second driver in this case. Whenever you're going to be second in the race, I mean, you've got to hold up the guys behind you. Be able to get your teammate from a little bit of a distance from you and him, of course, Kiwi, the 3-second time penalty. Right now it is going to be Alpentrots trying to get past the teammate of Mike, and the more Alpentrots is going to be battling with Luke here, the more time Mike is going to get between him and Alpentrots, of course. Alpentrots down the inside right now, he's not going to be making a move here. Lucky sort of defends the inside line, was a little bit controversial there. Right now, Naismith is all the way at the back of the grid, having a little bit of a battle with Negrek. Right now, it's looking like George Matt is going to be making a move on Tutski down the inside here into turn 12. That's beautifully done by George Matt. Just got around the Dutch driver here in lap 12. Alpentrots doesn't seem to get past Lucky here. Pretty interesting scenery. We've got Chartman in P6. He is getting followed by Swanee. I mean, the Belgian driver, he's going to do me some honor. It doesn't seem like he's getting a lot of points on the board here. It all depends on how many points P7 is going to get, of course. Maybe even P6 if he's going to be able to get past Chartman. Mike with the fastest lap of 47.0. That's going to be the fastest lap of the race already. Raining still. This once again going to be a very wet track, and it seems to be the week of the wet weather. yesterday we also had some wet weather, and last week we already had some wet races, so pretty interesting. It doesn't seem like it's raining anymore, so the track is going to dry up very soon. I'm pretty sure of it. So it's going to be depending on whoever is going to come into the pits, how fast they're going to come into the pits. First driver is always the most interesting because they're either going to be doing a good job or either going to be doing a horrible job with their decisions. So yellow flag for George Matt. Oh my days, he was doing so good. He's causing a yellow flag right now. Virtual safety car caused by George Matt. He's not going to give up, I'm pretty sure, but he isn't going to get any closer to these guys as he will have to respect the Delta Delta time 2.
No rain expected, no rain expected.
I wonder who's going to come into pits actually, because I'm not too sure if the track is already drying up. There's still going to be some wet parts on the track, but this is an absolutely amazing, outstanding chance to come into the pits and go for medium tires maybe, although is it still raining though? I can't see it. Yeah, I do think it's still raining, although I'm not seeing any water drops coming out of the sky though. It is going to be, like we call it in Belgium, Niezer. Niezer, it means like light raindrops. Yeah, that's what's up right now. As we got a green flag, Lucky still needs to make his position come through. And P2, I mean, he's not doing a bad job at the moment, keeping up who's right behind him. And I mean, he even took a distance of 1.3 seconds right now. Who's getting past Noise Job, and I think Noise Job is going to be, I mean, he's going to be able to get crowned. Oh, my apologies, guys. Get crowned overtaker of the day, as he took already a couple of overtakes into some questionable corners, and I mean, he had so many battles today. Talking about Noise Job here in P9. Bonnie in P6, trying to get his way around Chartman, and the driver who got crashed was George Matt, although he crashed by himself, of course, because these guys are very close to each other right now, all the way from P4 till P11. Got all of these guys within 1 second of each other. Well, in front of, 1 second in front of the guy in front of you, you know. Noise Job has taken a position again from Foons here into Sector 3. Probably it was even Sector 2. Yeah, with so many guys driving very close to each other, it's hard to keep track of whoever is going to overtake the other guy. And Naismith, who seems to have a good exit coming out of this corner, although he seems to have a little bit of wheel spin there, taking the tighter line into that corner. And Mike, once again, another fastest lap of 145.6, and this might be an indicator for the guys to know that the track is getting faster, is getting wet, it's getting more dry, and we're not seeing any dry lines yet on the track. So it's not going to be medium weather conditions yet, or hard, or soft, whatever tire you want to go on, of course. But right now, Naismith is losing some time on the guy in front. I know you got Noise in P8. And we're right behind Kiwi. Kiwi was making his way up pretty easily. Earlier, he was in P13, I think, or P11. Right now, he's looking at P7, so good job from him. We've got Swanee and Chartman once again battling with each other here. Although Swanee is quite a bit of time away from the Red Bull driver, it is more likely that Kiwi is going to be able to overtake Swanee here. Going into turn 12, down the main straight. He's too far away. Usually you've got the DRS there, as it is going to be Noise down the inside of Kiwi. We didn't see that coming, but Kiwi is going to be able to overtake. Ooh, Noise again, because Noise went a little bit too far. Ooh, he loses some grip there. as he comes back on track a little bit unsafe, but I mean, no collisions have been caused there. No worries about that. Foos might have been a little bit surprised by that, but he is not dropping back. Fortunately, now we've got Kiwi in the railing, although what is happening here, Naismith is going to be making a move down the inside here on Kiwi. We've got Alpendrots coming into the pits, possibly with a broken front wing. Or is Alpendrots going to be the first one to select some other tires? He is going for the medium tires, so we do have to take a quick look at the leader. Of course, at Alpendrots compared to the leader. Now we will be able to see if he is gaining some time or if he isn't. And it doesn't seem like it, as the track is still very wet here. It's not a great decision by Alpendrots. Oh, the track is still too wet. He's going to be losing time. He's losing 1 or 2 tenths every corner. Another great decision by Alpendrots as we've got George Matt coming into the pits too. These guys are still pretty close to each other, so we're going to focus on that real quick. Bones in P7, right behind Noise Job. Noise Job was actually a pretty aggressive driver. I mean, I haven't seen so many overtakes within one race from one guy. That Noise Job did here. I mean, you know what the thing is with Noise Job, he's making the overtake, but he's also getting overtaken again. So it is a back and forward battle with each other.
Okay, looks like some of those puddles are clearing. We're still definitely on the right tyre for the time being, but we've probably got a million miles away.
Seems to be throwing his shot at Spotty right now. Lucky coming into the pits, and all these guys come into the pits, but I don't know why, because it is not time yet to go on to the wet. Ooh! Oh, Noise was trying to make a move into the pit lane. Pretty interesting there. Lucky. Okay. Great decision by Mike, in my opinion, because I mean, Alpendrots, look at where he is. He's all the way at P11, and these guys have already made the pit stop work, so Alpendrots just came into the pits a little too soon. Just threw away his race. We're going to be focusing on Mike right now and how the other guys are looking compared to Mike. If the medium runners are losing some time or if they're winning some time, Lucky is definitely losing some time, so is Noise Job. It was definitely not a good decision to go for medium tires already, as it will be a little bit too wet on the track right now. We're not seeing any dry spots on track. Not here in turn 11, turn 12 it was, my apologies. Going straight here to P6. This is not P6, this is P7. P5, my apologies. Naismith, who's still in P5, I mean, he's going to get a lot, I'm not going to say a lot of positions out of the mistake from the other guys, but he's going to get a couple of positions though, because he's just winning time here compared to the medium tire runners, as they're not really faster than the other guys. As you can see, Kiwi, the slowest driver on the intermediates right now, is driving faster than Lucky, medium tire runner. And right now it seems like Lucky is getting those tenths back. Oh, no way, Naismith! He missed the braking point and he comes into the pits and has a broken front wing. And now he has a 5-second time penalty. Oh.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
We've got Mike on the mediums. 6 seconds in front of Dutski. Chartman in P4. Oh, he's having a collision with the Ferrari there. As the Ferrari, I mean, he took a pretty tight line coming into turn 1, as he had Chartman down his inside, so I'm not too sure what happened there. I mean, Noise Job was doing an amazing job, and Swanian, lead wreck. I mean, a couple of medium tire runners, 0 watt volt medium tire runners, have jumped a couple of guys. Lucky is the only one who's getting jumped by Dusky. But then we have Noise Job and Swanee, both got jumped by Foos and Sharkman, so I do expect these guys to be battling with each other pretty soon. Applejaws having a battle with Leagrag here. This race is going to go a little bit faster than it was before, mainly because it is going to be dry weather right now. Leagrag down the inside. Is he going to be making a move here into turn 12? It is going to be a long straight, and it all depends on who has the better straight line speed. It is going to be Applejaws as the Red Bull touches Applejaws a little bit there. That was quite controversial, but Leagrag goes off track into the grid, into the how's it called?
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this
What is
energy.
it called? The barrier? Oh, I'll call it barrier for now. I'll probably know what the word is later on, though. But right now, I forgot it a little bit. Applejaws making his way around Swanee. Swanee, who lost his car again. And I think it's just the guys going from intermediates to mediums are having a hard time just trying to get used to these medium tires, as they can be a little bit faster, but not too fast onto the mediums, into the corners, because you will be losing your car. I think Swanee, I mean, he is underestimating the power of the mediums, and he is going for softs. Ooh, that is 9 more laps on the softs here for Swanee. Pretty interesting decision, as that will not be a possibility to end the race with. Noise Job looking to have a battle with Sharkman right now. What is it looking like? Leagrag getting retired from the session, probably in the pit lane, as this was not his race, unfortunately. He had a great qualifying, but the racing was just not there today. Noise Job getting around the outside here. He will have the slipstream a little bit, and later on he will have the DRS. So that's something to look out for. Let's have a quick look if we can get telemetry up.
Slow down.
We're still holding up strong. P5 for the Red Bull driver is a great result. There is going to be a safety car caused by, I'm not too sure who caused it actually.
Okay, we can take you this
There's someone at the wall. It doesn't seem like it. Everyone still has their front wing. It doesn't appear like it. There is a safety car for nothing. Oh wait, we've got Shortman without a front wing. He's going to be able to overtake the safety car, of course, but he still has a long way to go before he can come into the pits and just get a new front wing on. Of course, all these guys
Oh, for goodness
are coming
sake!
into the pits for some reason. I don't know what they will be going on. Kimi will overtake a couple of guys. Hartman goes for the softs. So is Applejaws. Applejaws is going for mediums. It was Swanee going for the softs, Noise Job going for the softs, but this is still 8 laps, guys. The tire degradation rate is so high. I don't know why these guys are going for the softs already. They're gonna have troubles at the end of the race. Yeah, I mean, I can't really say whether this is a good or a bad decision, but 8 laps on the softs. And it is still going to be 2 laps of safety car, so let's say it's going to be 6 laps or so. This is looking painful for these guys. Yeah, they're going to be able to overtake a couple of guys within the first few laps. Then you're just going to have a bigger risk of crashing, and also have a bigger risk of being slower at the end of the race. Get something sorted real quick, real soon. We'll be right back with you guys. got the information that lead wreck apparently had rear wing damage. That might be the case why he went into the pit lane, went for a DNF. Retirement of the session. So guys, it is what it is, right? If you don't have the race you've wanted, you're just wanted to be done as soon as possible. And think George Matt being P2 in the qualifying, looking at a P1, made a lot of overtakes already. He was looking at a P2 because up until so fast at the beginning of the race, and then getting all the way at the back of the grid right now, looking at a P11. Nothing you can do, guys. Nothing you can do as a driver. I mean, of course, you can keep your car on track, but that's easier said than done. When the guys who are not F1 racers, it is hard to keep yourself concentrated on the track for 1 hour straight. And even whenever it's going to be 100% race, it's going to be even more difficult. But you also have longer safeguard, I imagine. I mean, 100% race, that would be on this race, 58 laps. 56 laps, my apologies. Bike is just driving so close to the safety car right now. Dusky Beard seems to have taken a little bit of distance from Dusky Beard. From Mike, my apologies. Now I wonder if the guys are watching, are they all just racing or? So there's going to be one more safety car here. Well, safety car flat. I mean, if the guys are watching and they're not racing, let me know what you think the race is going to end. Like your top 3, whenever you are racing, but you're able to send a message. Make sure you do. I want to get a little bit of your opinion about the race already. Make sure to go into AI mode. I'm not sure if that's allowed though. But anyway, do it. I'm the commentator. I can say what you have to do. Although no, that's not really true. Although we saw Chartman chatting during the race, not during the race, but during the qualifying. So I think that's allowed. I'm not too sure if you guys have foresaw it. I mean, I do think that it would be very frustrating whenever the commentator is going to call your name during a race. That's not something I'm looking forward to whenever I'm racing. I mean, the new guys are doing an amazing job being in P1, P3, P4, P5. Then we've got, I mean, they're all in the top 5 right now. 4 drivers are new to the drivers, to the league, are in the top 5. Then we've got League Wreck in P12. He is DNF, so I mean, it's a good win-loss percentage. It would be a good way to make battle some or a certain league wherever they're coming from.
Stay in position until the green flags.
Search something up real quick. My favorite team is racing at the moment. Is playing at the moment. Seems to be 3-4. They're just going to be depending on where they're going to be. Is this still spring training? It is baseball. Not too sure if you guys are familiar with baseball, but I love it and it is amazing. Just trying to get to know players a little bit, playbook. I just got into the game and it is amazing. I mean, you can build your own team, your own player. You guys are going to have a green flag here, and it is going to be race on. Dutski in P2, Lucky in P3, Who's in P4, Kiwi in P5. They've taken a little bit of a distance from the guys behind here. Neujob is going to be making a move down the inside with a dive bomb. Beautifully done by the Alpine driver as Chartman got caught lacking there, and he's getting overtaken by Appentrots too. Chartman, who is on the soft tires, 3-lap-old soft tires, and he might be struggling here on these soft tires right now. Making a move here. Appentrots is trying to get around the outside of Neujob, but it isn't looking like it's going to be successful here as Neujob. I mean, he's on soft tires. Kiwi is going to be on 5-lap-old mediums, and he's going to be holding up strong in my opinion, because these softs are not looking great at the moment. Swanee in P9. Is he going to be making his way around Chartman? It doesn't look like it. He's going to have the straight line speed though. George Matt is also looking like he could get some redemption. Naismith pretty close to George Matt, but let's get straight into the front here, as it is going to be Foos and Lucky with a little bit of battling here, as I'm not too sure if that was clean racing. Although Lucky tries to avoid some damage. Noise job going down the inside here of Lucky. Lucky just dropping the back positions, having a battle with Kiwi right now. Ooh, he has to let loose the throttle. Appentrots is also looking to make a move. Kiwi made the move. And now it's going to be Appentrots down the inside of Lucky. So Lucky is just dropping down positions rather fastly. Someone is going into the pits, into the barrier? I don't know what the name is. Into the barrier. Yeah, it's probably barrier. And it is going to be the one and only Noise Job. Guys, he was doing such an amazing job overtaking everyone. I don't know if it was clean though. I don't know if it was clean, but it seemed pretty alright from my POV. But I mean, he was doing such an amazing job trying to get around everyone as well as possible. Then it is 5 laps to go, and he crashes into the wall. Into the wall, that was it, right? Now he doesn't have a front wing, he's gotta come into the pits, just hope for something good to happen. Chartman is getting overtaken by Swanee, makes the overtake once again. Swanee is right next to him. I'm not too sure this is going to be an overtake, although it is going to be a 3-way overtake, although George Matt drops back. Although he makes the move though. Ooh, Chartman touches the back of Swanee there. Georgeman got up lacking. Darrell Naismith still looking to make a move here. He hasn't made up a couple of positions, although he's making a move down the inside here. Naismith on the medium tires, he's feeling more comfortable than the soft tire runners. DRS is enabled, so that's something to look out for here in the last couple of laps. George Matt, it is the soft tires, guys. It is, I'm just gonna say it, it's the soft tires. Noise Job was on soft tires, George Matt is on soft tires, and you're losing a lot of grip here thanks to overheating. George Matt is going to be losing his front wing, unfortunately, and then there's only going to be two more soft tire runners up for not a podium, because I mean, podium is going to be a long way to go for Chartman and Swanee. And Swanee is looking really close to Lucky right now. Appentrots right behind Kiwi. This is going to be an overtake worth taking for Appentrots. It doesn't seem like it. He's just going to wait for the long straight to have the DRS if he has a good exit coming out of the corner, but it seems like Kiwi has a better one. The guy in front isn't going to have the DRS. Foos is getting overtaken by Kiwi. Kiwi around the outside, although Foos is just going to outbrake the AlphaTauri driver, as the AlphaTauri driver has a good exit coming out of the corner. Foos is just going to force him a little bit wider. That's the overtake done by Kiwi into the top 3. Although he has that penalty to look out for. Appentrots making his way around Foos right now. It's not a move. It's not an overtake by Appentrots. He has to watch out though. Ooh, going in down the inside here. He has a better exit. He has the DRS. They're going together into the wall. And then it's going to be raced over by Foos. I cannot say who was at fault there. The they both went into the wall, unfortunately. So it is going to be a race off for the both of them. Well, I mean, Appeltjes is still going to get a couple of points. Hartman, P5. I mean, Kiwi with a P3, he's doing absolutely amazing. He didn't have a great qualifying, but right now, I mean, he has another 3-second time penalty. Let me get the penalties up. Oh my days. Kiwi, what are you doing? Oh my days, 12 seconds, boy. Oh, and there's going one again. Swanee goes out. Oh, this is looking like you know the thing from Welcome Shuki. You know the thing from Cars where they're just all. It is Cars 2, I think it is, or Cars 3. It is Cars 3, where they're all in the mud and just fighting that well, that big yellow truck. It looks like this. Everyone is taking each other out, and I don't know what's up with that, but top 5 has made up a couple of positions. DRL Mike is the biggest winner. That's Gebeard in P2, Lucky in P3. We've got Kiwi with 6 positions gained, but he's going to drop back a couple of positions. I do think either 3 or 4. It all depends on how close Appeltjes is going to get to before. He's not going to come into the pits though. Pretty sure of it. With still 2 more laps to go. We're going into lap 27 right now. 2 more laps to go after this one. Appeltjes is coming into pits. He's possibly going for soft, just trying to get the fastest lap on the board here for the Haas team. Kiwi is getting chased by Chartman. No, wait, Lucky has overtaken Kiwi. Alright, that's something I didn't know yet. Swanee has a 3-second time penalty. Let's have a quick look at the penalty. 6 seconds for Swanee. I'm not too sure if he's going to be able to get past Kiwi. So Kiwi is going to drop all the way to P6 or P7. Either one of them.
Okay, that's us with 5
right now, we have to make sure we're not going to miss this overtake by Naismith, as he will have the DRS. He will use some ERS here into the long main straight. As he's going to make a move down the inside into turn 12. Easily done by the Mercedes driver, but is Chartman going to try and make a switchback work? It doesn't seem like it, as this is move done by Naismith. He's feeling very comfortable on these mediums right now. Chartman having some difficulties keeping his car on track on the soft tires. He doesn't find any grip here, as the tire degradation will be very high. He has been on these tires for already, I think, 7 laps. To be exact, and I mean, it is way too long on these soft tires right now, and Naismith is looking to make a move on Kiwi here on the sector 1 straight. Is it going to be a move? It is indeed going to be a move. Kiwi is pushing him all the way to the side, then going back. Ooh, a little bit of a touch there from Kiwi.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
As Naismith was defending the inside line. I mean, nothing to blame for the Mercedes driver, but I do think that Kiwi has a little bit of front wing damage, although he can keep his car pretty clean here on the S's. We cannot keep up with Naismith right now. Naismith let out the bull. How do I say? Let loose the bull? I don't know. It's a saying from my favorite dart player. Michael Smith, not too sure if you guys are familiar with darts, but let loose the bull or something. Bully Boy? He's called Bully Boy though, but it is going to be lap 28, and I don't expect there is going to be another overtake here. Although, Kiwi, 7/10 behind Naismith, we cannot forget to capture the winner of the race, DRL Mike, within the next couple of laps, going across the last corners. Last corner right now for the Ferrari driver. He's going to get a couple of points on the board for the team here, as Dusty Beard is going to be in P2. Congratulations to him. Lucky can praise himself lucky with a P3 here in CotA. Naismith in P4. Kiwi in P5. He's going to get dropped back to possibly P6 or P7. It is going to be P7. Chartman in P5, Swanee in P6. Both the soft drivers have made it till the end of the race. 10 lap old and 9 lap old softs. It was a risk worth taking, but I don't think it had paid off. We already had 2 sacrifices from the soft tire runners, George Matt and Noise Job. And Lee Gregg has left the session. The only driver who still has to be able, still has to come across the line is going to be Apeltrots. And he's going to be able to set the fastest lap here in CotA, United States Grand Prix 2022. It's actually already 2023. It is season 6 here in the Phoenix Racing League. I thank you all very much for watching, as we're gonna get through the standings real quick. This was going to be your standings for today. Biggest winner of the evening is going to be DRL Mike. Biggest loser of the evening, in my opinion, is either going to be Noise Job or Lee Crack. I would say Lee Crack, as he was in P1 at the beginning of the race, and ended up being P12. Noise Job, I mean, he was all the way in P3 or P2. He crashed into the wall and just gave up. Slovakian driver, the Alpine driver in P11. Then we've got Koons in P10. I mean, he also at some point was in P3 though, and then he crashed together with the other driver, George Matt, I think it was. No, it was Appentrots. Both of them had a little bit of a battle coming out of the last corner. I think it is turn 24 or something. Turn 20 possibly, turn 21. Both drivers went just together into the wall and just look along each other into the wall. So that's what's up. Kiwi, I mean, he had a pretty amazing race, but he just had too many penalties, so that's why he's all the way at the back of the grid. Well, I mean, in the middle of the grid. The other guys have DNF. Swanee, I mean, choosing the soft tires was not the best option he could have taken. He already had a crash earlier during the race, and then we've got Chartman in P5. I mean, he had so many battles, but I can't remember one. Maybe one with Naismith or Kiwi or Noise Job. He also had some good battles with Foom. So I mean, definitely overtaker of the evening together with Noise Job. And we've got Naismith in P4. He came all the way back. He was looking at the bad thing, and then the top 3, of course. Congratulations to you. This is going to be the end of the race, the end of the stream. I've got some itching at my beautiful mustache, and I thank you guys for watching. It was once again an honor having you guys here. Not too sure, probably it is going to be a lot of guys rewatching this stream. Didn't have many interaction with the guys in the chat right now, but that doesn't really matter. And I thank you guys for watching. I mean, this was round 7 of season 6 here around CotA. And it was another streaming. Once again, I mean, I'm always going to say this. It was fun. It was cool. Went very fast. It passed very fast. So that's what's up right now. We will get you guys next week. I will be commentating. Staying loyal to the league, you know. Well, I thank you guys for watching. Have a great evening. This was Phoebe Thomas. Peace out.
You can join me tomorrow as I compete with high speed racing at Monaco, 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Join us then.